tell you guys just enough, just to make questions. If you have no answers, and you can't sort of reverse things for any Halacha Shiur.
I have Yehuda Farkes on speed though.
The common example that someone from a Meiser Shabbos, let's say cooks for you or something, that the common example that it's aser. So the machlokes between the mechaber and the gra. The mechaber holds that if you do Meiser Shabbos on Shabbos, let's say you build a stender, so if you do b'mezid, it's also for that person forever to use it. And other people, it's mutter right after Shabbos. And if it's b'sheigig, then it's also for that guy for Shabbos. But it's right after Shabbos, it's mutter for everybody. But the gra holds that mezid is also for everybody of the whole Shabbos, and right after on Shoigig, right Shabbos is mutter, and Shoigig it's mutter for everybody on Shabbos also. So that community between the Shulchan Aruch and the Gra is going to be mezid on mezid right after Shabbos. So mezid right after Shabbos for that person according to Shulchan Aruch is also forever, and according to for everybody else it's mutter right away, and according to the Gra right after Shabbos is mutter for everybody, and Shoigig on Shabbos, according to the Shulchan Aruch, it's also for that guy. Everyone else is mutter, and according to the Gra, it's mutter even for that guy.
Hag is only by Shaggy?
Mezid for that guy l'olam.
Yeah.
If you build a stender, that guy can never ever use it.
Uh-huh.
And the Gra says passes that the right after Shabbos that guy is mutter. And Shoigig on Shabbos, the Gra holds it's mutter for everybody, and the Shulchan Aruch says it's also for that guy. But everyone else, showing everyone else is mutter. So it's b'naf community. Let's say a guy is close with tshuva, or he knows he built a stender, or something, he built something that according to the Shulchan Aruch, he's never ever allowed to use it if he built it on Shabbos, he's never allowed to use it. And it's very definitely also in Eretz Yisrael. If you want to buy something from the Choshesh for the Gra, if you want to buy something from a store that builds on Shabbos, you're not allowed to buy according to Shulchan Aruch, you're not allowed to buy from a store that builds on Shabbos in Eretz Yisrael, if you know that thing was built on Shabbos. So this is bishul, and also it's negay any malacha on Shabbos. So the Mishnah Berurah paskins in the Halacha that makom tzarich you're able, actually in the regular Mishnah Berurah that makom tzarich you're able to be sandach on the gra. Tzarich is going to be either you have orchim, and by mistake you cook your cholent on Shabbos or something like that. So you're able to be sandach on the gra that shoigig is going to be mutter, and only mezid after Shabbos will be us. And who did mezid after Shabbos? The Mishnah Berurah will say this. Who did mezid after Shabbos will also be mutter right away. Not loyal, not really practical that much. Just cook it again. So he doesn't say this, but who then makom tzarich you have to say with that.
What about for yourself, the shaggy? You eat it also, or?
Oh, good question. I don't know. Oh, saying tzarich if you have no food to eat. Saying.
You're going to die, but
That's it. Saying.
bring out the chunk, constantly put cold water in the chunk.
Right.
So there you have to do the
Right. I guess if you have no food to eat, you eat it. No other food to eat, then you have back. Saying you just.
But for the guests.
So I guess you could do it right there. I guess you give them all this stuff, but if there's nothing else to eat for yourself, then you eat it. If not, you could. Right. Good point, yeah. So it's interesting. Bishul is different than Shia Chazar Atmana. Shia Chazar Atmana, if someone does it, even b'sheigig, the Chol Meidik Zera, you're not allowed to do it. Shia is if you took a raw food and you put it on the fire without a blech, and you left it there for Shabbos, sort of, or you want to eat it Friday night. So then it's going to be also. Even did it b'sheigig, Shia is also. What?
When do you put it in?
Friday afternoon. Without a blech, you put raw chalt, and it wasn't cooked. We when Shabbos came around. So then, even if the shegig, everyone's masking to Xer Dalbanim that it's aser, because people will start doing it and say the shegig. So Chol Magayzer, so that's it wasn't Ma'achal B'Desai. We did it early enough. It was obviously Ma'achal B'Desai, and it was also in case we're not going to eat it Shabbos. If you normally eat on Friday night, so you have a problem that the Shiur. Also Chazar, if you did it b'Isser, it wasn't no blech or anything like that. And you did Chazar, also Atman, if you did it b'Isser, all these cases, even shegig is going to be aser. So it comes out that if you put the cold water in your chalt, is lighter in this scenario than just doing Chazar or doing a Shiur. Cold water in your chalt, the Gra says, Makom Tzarech, Bishvur says, Makom Tzarech from the Gra, as shegig is mutter, Shiur Chazar Atman, even shegig is going to be aser.
L'olam?
No, after Shabbos. Take Tishiyasi after Shabbos, meaning you have to wait after Shabbos until however long it takes for a chalt to get cooked. Right. It might be a day, but have like a jump.
That one is like putting the crock back in.
No, that's Hazar. Putting it back without a blood. Hatman is wrapping it with something that's moist heavily. You put something on your fire and you wrap it. So that's Hatman.
He's being cautious that the crack pipes are also at the
Yeah, between the ones at
The walls.
the walls. Yeah. So the Chazdish is the one who says this, that the Yeshkul Ba'avera, that if that's better, in this case easier, if Ma'aseh Shabbos, then this is the Gzer D'Rabbanan in this case.
The Baba takes Shalom Friday night, takes the crack pipe off of the fire, takes Shalom and puts it back. Doesn't know that you're not allowed to leave it on the counter.
Right, so
then
yeah, anyways, the only time we say that you're not allowed to put it back is if it's on the floor itself and you had no kavanah to put it back. So if the on the counter, you got kavanah to put it back. Then that's you wonder if you got that put on the floor and no kavanah to put it back.
it's not to the counter.
Like a floor, right? The rest I had to have no kavanah to put it back also.
Also in the Shabbos morning,
Right, so that also they say in Ustav Shein Shalom. That's not really his, so it's can't answer it for you. So the machlokes between Moshe and Nissan Krel's, what's the Isser over here? It's Isser Hana. Let's say you have a hot mikvah and someone turned the fire on Shabbos in the mikvah. Could you go into the mikvah or not? So Moshe says you're allowed to, because the mitzvah has nothing new. It's only Isser Hana. It's not Isser Shtamshus. The Mr. Krell says Isser Shtamshus. You're not allowed to. Actually, even mishtamish it. So that could also be someone turns a light on for you on Shabbos, or are you allowed to use a light in a room to learn? So according to Moshe, you're learning. So he says Mrs. Lava has that do. But according to Mr. Krell, it says mishtamish now use the light l'chlal. So is nafkamina. So also for sakanas lefashis, right? We say you're allowed to do anything you have to do. So if somebody shechs for somebody on Shabbos, sakanas lefashis, are you allowed to be minana from that thing on Shabbos to get shechted for him or not? Also, if you get cooked for sakanas lefashis, are you allowed to eat that food that he cooked for a guy who's a chayil sakanas lefashis? So the Gemara of the Chilik. Is a chasham yar b'shviloi, maybe by bishul, maybe the guy's going to put more food in the pot for the yid to cook. So by shkita is one animal, you shech one animal, so you're allowed to eat it only if you're eating it raw, right? And you're not allowed to salt it, so I'm not sure exactly how you're eating it, but bishul, there's a problem chasham yar b'shviloi. By shkita, there's no chasham, there's only one animal, so you're allowed to eat from it.
Shabbos going into Yom.
Shabbos going to Yom Tif.
Yom.
Oh, cook it. Oh.
Use the shafted animal.
Right. Okay, but I probably could use it anyways. Could use the cooked food upside down, a little different.
Yeah.
So what's going to be now in the case where there's Israel, where the electric company, let's say they had a blackout, and the electric company wants to fix the electric now, are you allowed to go banana from that electric? So everyone says that being in every city is a hospital, there's people that's very sick and there's choshesh v'sakana. So as far as shchita, same way shchita, you're allowed to, there's only one mice. So if the blackouts on one block, so then if the thing probably is no discussed on that one block, so then maybe kitman then if my Shabbos, if you get someone to fix the electric. But if it's a whole entire city, then for sure you have people that need the electric, so then you're allowed to be nana from the Ma'aseh Shabbos, so that.
What if there's a generator, let's say? No, that's not a 3-day generator that they don't need it to be fixed.
Right.
They can fix it Sunday morning.
So in the hospital generator, you don't have generator, you say?
All hospitals have generators for a couple days.
Or it could be somebody in a house also who has stuff he needs to figure out.
And we assume that someone's
It's big enough city. They say you're not going to assume there's a guy there that go.
It's the whole city. The electric company can come anywhere. You're saying.
So it's Eretz Yisrael where it's Jewish.
Okay.
But the people working on the thing, Jewish
Especially
people.
you let enjoy the electricity.
If you have kids
Not
and
if
you
you
have
have food, right? You
have to leave your house or whatever.
No, you can't.
The food.
Or you can't read from the lights or anything you couldn't have done beforehand. Right? Anything you could have done beforehand, but what you could do. But anything you could have done beforehand.
It's not just when you have every Shabbos they have the same problem. Cities that don't have a hospital, so it's the same thing. It's not just When you have a power thing.
Blackout. It's like they don't service. They don't actually do anything physical to
They
make the
do every
electricity.
show. They do every day. They provide cold and stuff. Whatever. I don't know. Exactly.
And now this is gas, right? So just the gas is going into their generator.
Why does this? You say that still today that they have a problem. I don't know.
I think only if the service goes out or something like that. I don't think if it's on a regular day-to-day basis they have a problem.
They
Keep
do
it automatically.
every day. They do
It
every day.
isn't- Right, but I think only because they're going to start fixing things. If they're not going to fix things,
So they say is that there's a certain amount of electric going through, that per generator, per whatever they call it, puts out a certain amount, that people sitting there by the computer.
I'm sure it's all automated nowadays. I don't think it's a
But I was
person.
there, it's the same question, they said they're not. And it's all over the world it is.
Right.
They shut down the generator because they don't need,
Yeah.
put it on because they do need, instead of it being done by a human hand. That's the whole.
Really? Yeah.
generator.
I don't know. So the Chai Adam, that's very negative on this. Chai Adam says there's only in a case where you do a mice in the goof of a thing, you change, you cook it, you make raw meat into cooked meat, or you build something. But if you just do avara or something like that, or you, someone carries something or opens a package, let's say, right? So you're not really doing anything in the goof of the thing. So then you're allowed to use the thing no matter what. So he ends off very funny. That says. I'm not sure. It first says it's mutter, it says gedai lahachmer. I'm not sure if it's mutter or not also. But he's saying that only if you did a change. So someone bought something for you on Shabbos and did havara, according to the Chai Adam, will be mutter. He just carried something for you. So interesting Moshe says that Sidurim that were made, or Chumashim, any Svarim that were made through factories that are Machal Shabbos, he says, Ein ketegen nasa seneger, and it's mamish also to use. There's not yotze davening to use it, and he goes through them if you quick to daven over again. It's very interesting that he mamish goes to town, but he doesn't like it at all.
You're supposed to have
Yeah, I know, a lot of Sidurim you see in the front.
printed in Israel.
And the old time Sidurim have printed in Chash. See all the Chaim Kessel Svarim, Ein Chash on the Chil Shabbos, it's printed in the front, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm supposed to know. I guess you assume that nowadays the Sidurim.
Because the paper wasn't made for that shot.
For anything, paper,
At the print.
at the
I ain't supposed to know. Maybe some organ on some
yeah, so no shot came from it. I don't think it's a shot. She told me it came right to Israel, you know, and then came, you know.
1,000 people that went to each. There's one person to eat and also yes, no.
Right, it is a bottle. Depends, you know, what the scenario is. The whole, see, all the Arabs, anyways, all the work living factors. They put it, so yeah, but in the case you know, is the factory's all Yidden, and this paper is printed on Shabbos. He's saying, hey, maybe it comes on Tuesday. He's saying, I don't know. Yeah.
Why is that anyway considered like you're using Yudavan? The Siddur is Malakiv.
Right, so you're saying
if you don't know, you know.
exactly. Russia brings that in, and he brings rice that Sid is considered part of it. He says, Russia says that. He says that we say people down about pets only to help you down along. He brings down for all the guys other rights that say that this is like mamish ma'akiv. So come also, let's say you come back from the Kaisel, there always buses pulling up, and right after the Tzeis, you always wonder how they even got here, right? So, right? You know what I'm talking about? So saying, so according to Chai Adam, it's not really such a big problem because he didn't do a Maisa in the goof of the thing. He just drove a bus. He caused fire. He drove down there, and that's already gone already. So now it's fine already. But there's a different problem that they all bring down. That Maisa in the factory is a problem with Naiver, because if a Maisa shop the guy does for himself or does for you, that can make a difference right now if you use the thing or not. But on the things that the factory, if no one buys from them, he's going to stop. So he's only doing it to service the oil, but the oil does stop. So they're not. So the problem with Naiva could be on these factory things also. But mice, a lot of people matter on the buses that's not a problem because the mice shop is already gone and the mice sort of thing. Also, it shows us the other hat to the mice because there's a clown there's Xer that any time you can find any cooler whatsoever, any sheet anywhere, it says this mutter, this Xer doesn't apply. So the way the Be'er Halacha brings it down is by a case of a Halacha Shiur and the going when Shkia is, right? We hold Shkia, the first Shkia is when we have regular Shkia, and 15 minutes later is Tzeis. Be'er Tam holds Shkia is 58.5 minutes later. So Be'er Halacha says someone does Malacha in between that time, if the hour Shkia before Be'er Tam Shkia, then his Ma'aseh Shabbos is not awesome. Because the Be'er Tam holds his mutter, even though we hold his awesome, Be'er Tam holds his mutter. So so I think Yehuda Farkes, if in Eretz Yisrael, if once it's passed already the going into Shkia, and even though the Be'er Tam Shkia didn't come yet, but still you can say that that's not Ma'aseh Shabbos anymore because Lakula also. But Bein HaShmashos, the real Bein HaShmashos, the Mishnah Berurah says it is also. If someone does a Ma'aseh Shabbos after Bein Tam's Bein HaShmashos, then it is considered Ma'aseh Shabbos and it's also. So it goes to bring down what you were saying that if you have a child and your friend comes into your room and starts putting cold water in or doing things that are aser, that's not your problem. If you're able to eat it without his stuff, then the Vada Yulai is still allowed to eat it. He can't ask your stuff.
Let's say it would have burned otherwise.
Right, so then you have a problem. Then if it would have burnt, then it was your problem. Right.
Why would it change if it was going to burn? It's still in it. It's still
You wanted to be able to eat it if you wanted to put water in.
Kids got no stuff.
Would have burned.
Would have burnt. The whole point is that you have something going good, and you can't ask him why I think. But if you're thinking what's been edible without him, so it's considered not edible.
If he takes the tone, doesn't have in mind, you're allowed to put it back?
They're not allowed to put it back. No, but if he puts it back, he put it back.
Oh, so you're saying you can still take it off and then have in mind and put it back?
Right, or eat the chocolate. Because she
Right,
Hazar.
But then you had to put it back, it would have been cold.
What?
You had to put it
Right,
back.
we don't consider his whole mice. His whole mice we don't consider. I'm getting to that.
It's not what if it wasn't first taking off wasn't also put it back.
Right.
What if it
Anyways,
wasn't-
the whole to take off and not be able to put back on is very, very hard to get that scenario. But okay.
What if it wasn't cooked completely and then he took it up and put it back?
Right, so that's also fine. Saying
Fine?
it's not, you're not allowed to do it.
I know.
Right, it wasn't cooked Michael Ben Desai at least, because then the real time this is their isa. If your child's not cooked at all and you take it off on Shabbos and put it back on, this is their isa to do that. But you're allowed to eat it because he couldn't ask you. He took off and he put back on. It's not your problem. The
In
whole
case
thing.
you don't have any, you don't
So
have
he's not allowed to eat it then.
Probably not. Yeah. Or if you shake it, could be according to the law. You could if you have to. If you're shaking, if you're amazing, you're talking about. Right.
If it's a case you.
Because not knowing Allah is not called shaking, right? Just because you
In
don't
this
know Allah is
scenario,
not called shaking.
this scenario probably is. I don't know. What?
If you don't have any glass and it's getting dried out, whatever, then Sean, you allowed to add water?
If you don't have a blech, it's getting dried out on Shabbos.
Yeah.
Even if you do have a blech, you mean hot water or cold water?
Hot water.
Hot water in certain scenarios, no blech, then
Well,
you
it's
can't
getting
add.
dried out.
You can't add. No blech. But could be our prakmas don't need a blech. I don't know. So it could be our prakmas don't need a blech. I don't know. Find that out. You're talking on a raw fire. You have a real fire coming out.
Yeah, crock
On a pot.
pot.
Not a car,
No,
no,
on a pot.
on a
Pot
stove.
is different.
On a stove.
Why is it different? Because the fire is not
So you can add
covered?
more on a crock?
I don't answer. I have no clue. I don't know about the blechs on a crock pot. I'm saying
No comment.
no comment, right? But I'm talking about if you have a raw fire on a stove, you have a pot on it.
What should you do in a crock? You should put silicone underneath the thing.
That's
What
what I
do
do
you
in
do
my
when
house.
you use a crock pot?
I put silicone on it and I cover it up. That's what I do in my house. But I don't
The
know.
whole thing and top of it also only
What
when
whole
it's
thing?
bought.
Should you avoid it?
What?
It's a vine color. That's what he's saying.
What?
Either you have to cover just the knob, or you just have to raise it up a little bit. It's not directly on the fire.
Right.
That's money I have to put on silicone.
Yeah.
It's fun to say this. We have the bigger one, the ones that go inside the sink.
And let's say the food would have been edible. Your own pot, not a double shade Shiur, your own pot would have been fine. We want to make it a little better. You add some water, but it turns out it was awesome to do that.
Yeah, it sounds like very nice.
It's a Ma'aseh Shabbos because you did a malacha to it, even though it would have been edible without your
It sounds
intervention.
like, yeah.
How does it work with Hand Shalai with Yeshiva? Each guy's Hand Shalai? So Shiva had, and it's his, whose Shalai is it?
I don't know.
He takes
So that's in
ownership.
each guy's Shalai also.
Right, so maybe his
It is us.
Okay, yeah, I know.
So that the middle third of the chalent, don't eat that.
Right, so how do you split?
Right, I don't know.
Cut every bean in half.
Well, if we can force a guy not to eat from the chon, that means you're in charge.
So this is Shogeg
So
Amazed.
much time.
This is Shogeg Amazed. I was wondering, let's say sometimes you come out of the bathroom, turn the light off. Your mind didn't even have you turn the light off. Just type of turn the light off or on. Is that considered Shogeg Amazed? Now, could you go read in the bathroom and turn the light on if you wouldn't have been able to read before?
It's a shogeg.
I
Didn't even think about it.
Yes, it means less than Shogeg. It's Misasik. I don't know.
Shogeg.
Some people, I saw brought down some say Shogeg, Misasik.
Which is not us, or
What?
Question on no.
If it's Misasik, then you let it again from it. Only if it's Shogeg or Amazed.
Because it is a
So you
shaggy.
could also be able to read in the bathroom?
Shogeg is someone else according to right. Shogeg, right.
Right.
Shogeg, even according to Shulchan Aruch, someone else.
If it was bemazed, then you are never able to read in the bathroom again.
Every day. No, till the light gets turned off.
You turn off the light.
Till you turn off the light, because that's the end of the action. So much shot, you turn it off, turn it back on.
So Asal Olam according to Shulchan Aruch, it's because you built a standard, or you build something, or you cook something, or something like that. Right. So you cholent, if you cook the cholent according to Shulchan Aruch, they'll eat that cholent again, right? So they also in the reverse that if you turn the light off on either Shogeg or Mezid, you're still allowed to sleep in that room because that's not considered Hana. You didn't have enough from the etzem fire. It's just had enough from the thing not being there. It's not considered enough from the thing. Okay, that's that. So Bishul is also in the Torah. We learn out from the Mishkan. That's right. They cook the spices and the Mishkan, like Torah and everything. So Bishul, what is Bishul? Bishul is making a change in the thing through fire. It doesn't have to be food, it could be anything. It could be making plastic soft, making metal soft, making something harder. You take pottery and put it in a fire, that's cooking also because you made the thing harder now. So any change in anything is considered to be cooking.
So if I take raw salt, after I put it on my plate, I take from the pot, put it on the plate, go to the table, take raw salt, and then spice it. Can I eat that? Is that considered cooking? Is that considered cooking the salt? Because it's raw.
Right, so salt,
Any spice.
but salt is one of those things that could be, that never cooks, and then it's a whole thing in the Shulchan Aruch cooking. Right, so I don't know. We're chayshish that everything cooks until klisheni, but salt could be different. I don't know. You have to find that. You say that's Nen Ma'aseh Shabbos, or you mean it's cooking?
Huh?
Nen Ma'aseh Shabbos, or you mean because it's cooking?
No, because it's actually cooking.
Actually cooking, right? So right. Are you allowed to do it?
I'm saying cooking, not at all, cooking the actual salt.
Salt, right? So we say I'll look at that later. We say we shouldn't cook. We should until klisheni at least. We'll talk about klisheni also. You shouldn't shouldn't put anything inside.
You make Jello, is that official?
Because you put the sugar in.
Change it.
Congealed it.
It was water.
The congealing is also when it's in the fridge. The congealing is not when you put the sugar
You
in.
mixed it and you made it into a totally different thing now.
So bind it, sounds bind it saying.
Why not? Or why not official? It's changing the thing from metal from hard to soft, from water.
Right, but I think the heating is what congealed it. Not the heat, it's the sugar got dissolved.
Right, but who cares what did it?
It has to be food, what's the heat? The heat, yeah, of course. Now, other things can happen because of binder, other things could be problems, but I don't know if Jello, let's say put in a cliche, you put your sugar in there, you mix it, and you put it in the fridge, I don't think you can handle special. You want to say binder maybe, I don't know what I'm saying, but official stuff I don't think
When you
it's-
add water to a cooked cholent, so do you have to, can you add it to a cup and then cliche or whatever, and then add it to the cholent, or
Maybe
maybe like cliche and
Well, cooked chow means off the fire already.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna get to this
Yeah.
hopefully soon. I'll get to all these questions because that's part of what cliche and cliche. Okay, so the Bishop brings out a case. You're not allowed to put even wet wood by a fire, so because you want to dry the wood out and all everything oozes out, and to dry it out, now you can't even do that. That's how far it goes. And you also can't melt wax, right? That's what my kids do with their finger. They put hot water with the wax candle. And so you can't do that because you do the heat. You're melting the wax. But this is also, I think, the reason why we have the klal in bishul acha bishul. Once you cook,
changing the shape of it, no?
also it could be called baino.
Not
Also,
changing the shape of Shabbos.
right? That's baino and stuff like that. Right? Yeah. So two reasons.
Oh, all right, yeah.
So I think this is also going to be a reason why we have klal in bishul acha bishul. So being that the steak's already cooked, so it's not making a change in the object if it's already cooked. So I think that's why in bishul acha bishul. They handle. Are you allowed to pour hot food into a plastic, Tupperware container, because you're making it soft now. So is that mutter or aser? So some people say something, say nah. This is Kerala Shazam, one of those things. Okay. But there is most person can say there is bishul is cooking in water, right? Afia is cooking without water. Sliya is roasting straight on a fire like in a barbecue. So ain't bishul ach bishul, ain't afia ach afia, ain't sliya ach sliya. But most person what?
Do they mix and match?
So most person can say that if you let's say you took a piece of chicken, put it in a chicken soup, then you take it out and you want to put it in the oven just to cook it, or do you want to put it in a hot place, not oven, you want to put a hot place, not on the fire, just to do to bake it. So then we do consider yesh afiyah ach bishul, yesh bishul ach afiyah, yesh sliya ach. You can't mix and match them. It's only if you want whatever you did before you can do again. But this is not considering the problems of chazara, that you now put anything on the fire that wasn't on the fire before Shabbos, unless right. So we're talking about a scenario where you want to either put it in something else that was cooked that's hot, or we're talking a scenario you want to put it next to the fire. You can't put anything back on the fire or on a fire that was never on fire before.
Let's say you have a pot, and let's say you have a number between water in it and chicken in it in the oven. And we take it out.
That's bishul, it's not a
Cooking,
How much
right.
water is in it?
But if the water boils out, if you wait 10
Then
minutes,
you
the
have
water's
to-
gonna boil out,
right.
then it's gonna cook it now. Right, you could take it out so it doesn't
No,
cook it
you're
now.
not doing that. You're not doing anything.
Yeah, because you couldn't put the thing on
You
the
can't
timer.
do it.
You couldn't put the chicken on the timer in the oven to have it turn on Shabbos with no water and start cooking it.
So,
Because it was never baked, and now you're
it was
baking
there already? Oh, you mean that's problem of Shiur. The problem is
I
now
don't know what the problem would be.
you now right. So
No, Al Safia. You're saying you
You're not doing a
can't,
miso.
you can't bake after you cook, right?
you can't do a miso, take a chicken and put it
Without water and put it, or
put it in a place where it will get hot.
cook
Right.
chicken and put it on the oven without water and have a timer set up that on Shabbos it's going to turn on and start baking it without water. Can't do that, right?
If you're putting it in an oven.
Correct.
What even if you're not putting it in the
If it
oven?
was there before Shabbos, everything was set up. I'm not so sure.
Why not?
You could
But how much
it
Shiur?
on
You could put it in
There's
the
a problem
oven.
with
Sour pumpkin later.
What's the problem with Shiur, maybe? That
You
you're
can
not allowed
put-
to put things in the fire.
You're not doing anything, everything's there.
I know, but Shiur's in the even no miso. Not even Friday afternoon, you're not allowed to put raw chicken, raw child on your fire without a blech. Al Shiur.
Cooked chicken, and you're
Cook.
putting it into the oven to bake it. And it should start 2 hours into
A hot dog is cooked already, right? You're putting it into the oven and it's going to turn on a timer at 9 o'clock at night when it's already Shabbos.
I don't know
and
the
it's going
answer.
to grill it, make
I
nice
can't
wine.
give any reason why it's saucer, but I don't know.
So that's mutter?
I don't know. I can't give any reason why it's
What do
saucer.
you mean? What, of course it'd be us, you know?
No, I
It's
don't
cooking.
It's already cooked. That looks already cooked.
Oh, it's already cooked, you're moving it up.
Now you want to roast it. Now you want to
Put the
barbecue it.
sprinkles.
Oh.
Right, and what is the grass for Shabbos?
Something that I hear that one.
I don't know. It's speak to your rabbi.
No, that goes on every day. You're not putting it on special for Shabbos. That's different.
Every time alarm, so why not?
Or if your oven goes on every single day at just this time. Yeah. Why not? Coming soon.
Okay, but you said a very good point also.
My new
Anyways,
book.
that cooking or a fiyah or tzliya has nothing to do with where it is. You could cook in your oven also if you have a thing full of water and you put your chicken in it. That's cooking, not baking. And if you have no water in it and it can be on your fire, that's baking, not cooking. So baking, cooking, and the tzliya, roasting are all tell you exactly how it's being done, not where it's being done. The only thing that we don't say this on is water. Water is a big machlokes because we're saying that, first of all, that we're saying cooking means making a change in the thing. So water, when you cook, you don't make a change in the thing. That's first of all, you're just making it hotter. So we're saying if you cook on Shabbos, water you chayiv als mevashel for some reason, because I'm not sure exactly why. And also, if it cools down now, and you want to go and reheat it somehow, putting it close to a fire or putting it on something else that's hot, so then there's a machlokes between the Rambam and Rashi. If Rambam holds that even by a wet thing, double lach, even though once it cools down, it's not noticeable that was ever hot, right? On a piece of meat, if you cook it, you forever, you know that it was cooked. On water, once it cools down, there's no ration whatsoever. So, but the Rambam says doesn't care. It's still the Rambam says that once even water was cooked, you can never cook it again. Mashenkin Rashi says that if once the thing cooled down already, then it could get cooked again, and you're not allowed to put it in a place where it gets let on display. So the Shulchan Aruch passes like Rashi, And the Ramah also chayshish for Rashi, interesting, but he says that kol zman it didn't cool down so much that it's not nicker that it's cold, you're allowed to go reheat it again. So the only evidence on the Ramah, what kind of pshar is that? If it's cooled down already, that's not Yatzlelis, but normally in Shabbos Yatzlelis is the so if cooled down so much not Yatzlelis, but why are you allowed to reheat it? So normally has a good pshat. Some people say because it's chayshish. I'm not really sure exactly why in the Ramah, why he puts that medium in that the kol zman didn't get totally cold, you're allowed to go and reheat it again. But the Gra, it's Shulchan Paskins that kol zman it got like Rashi, that kol zman it got cool already, you can't reheat it. But the Gra seems to not be so sure about it that if once it got cold, they can't reheat it again. Wadav. Okay, this is only through fire. The Torah never aser at all cooking through the sun. If you want to go outside with an egg and put it down in front of the sun, you're allowed to do that. If you think of any scenario where it's hot in Saudi Arabia where it's hot enough, I don't think I'm very good. What?
That valley.
I guess if you had mind to do this, then.
That valley.
What?
Get that valley.
Death Valley, how does it get there? I don't know.
130.
Okay, so you probably could do it in Death Valley, right?
Your car over here in the middle of summer.
Oh, so Dud Shemesh, everyone talks about now. What about
Your car is muktzah, you can't put it in your car.
You may not get it for Shabbos.
You disable all lights, you make sure it's there. You live in your
And you're not
car.
even cooking from your son, you're cooking from something they got.
That's what he said. The Shemesh.
Cooking them on
Right, so right. So now,
Yeah,
like you
that's
say,
the thing.
told us Cham is Xer Jabonon. So Eish itself, fire is awesome deraisa. Told us Eish, you take a piece of metal, you put it in a fire, and then you try to cook something else with that, also deraisa. Now Cham itself was saying, you're allowed to really do it. And what about told us Cham? You take a piece of metal and you get it hot from the sun, are you allowed to cook your egg with that? So that's Xer Jabonon, and you're not allowed to.
On the sand, right?
Or in the sand, exactly the point. So they said, they talk about roofs, let's say. Let's say you want to put it on a roof. When you have. So over there, everybody knows. What's Tolas Chama is only usher, the Drabonan. People might confuse. Nobody knows if you have a hot metal, no one knows how it got hot. But if you have your roof or your sand, like you're saying, everyone knows how it got hot. It got hot. The roof got, it got hot because the sun, the sun beat down it. So the Farkes over there, if you're allowed to put it on straight on your roof or not.
Can you put it in a pot?
No,
You put it in a
looks
pot
like
on the
a
floor.
bishul.
Let's say you put it in a pot in the middle of the desert.
No, it's like
It's
bishul.
the metal getting hot.
So it's both together. That sounds like it's fine.
That's fine?
That sounds like it's fine. But
How
my
is it
question,
fine?
like you're
No.
saying is, my question is, I'm going to answer to this. How do you put it down on the floor? The second you put it down on the floor is also heating it up. If you say that's also,
Yeah, but how else are you supposed to do it?
right, so that's obviously
You hold
in that case, right?
Magnifying glass?
Oh, so that's this Dud Shemesh. Just 1 second. So in Eretz Yisrael they have called Dud Shemesh. It's a big glass thing, a tank and a big glass thing, and the outside
Solar panel.
We have,
not solar powered.
No, solar panel. Like
A solar panel, but it doesn't create energy. It doesn't create electricity.
Right,
The
yeah.
water runs through the actual glass case, and it gets hot straight from the sun. So is that mutter or asa? So some people say, Shlomo Zalman says it's actually that in that case, like just like a magnifying glass, the glass is not getting hot and then making the water hot. The glass is just making the rays hotter, bigger and stronger to heat up the water. So he says in that scenario it's fine, like you're saying. He has a lot of other problems. We'll get to them.
They seem to use magnifying glass.
What? So what did because the magnifying glass apparently does heat something up if you want it, right? So I once saw someplace like article about that they had like in the desert like a big box you put it into and it heats up like 300 degrees. So maybe if it's just made out of magnifying glasses, it'll be mutter. I'm not sure what's going to be
No, but it
best.
looks like it becomes a thing that you use it for cooking, but it's not.
Oh.
You're gonna think that.
So Moshe says, so see, in Derech Bishul B'kach is the reason why the Chum never goes there on fire, on Eish. So Moshe says, I have it in a microwave. It's not fire, it's not all that.
Electric.
So it's electric, but it's not getting hot from the
Radiation.
electric. Electric is making the waves. The waves are making it hot.
It's a different answer. You're saying regarding to
So
bishul.
what is it? Is it Cham? Is it Eish? Cham is mutter. So is this mutter or not?
It's two problems. There's a problem with the microwave and the problem with the electricity itself.
Right. So you have it on, like he said, on a time clock. You have it on a time clock, and you want to know, could you put it now in the microwave? Or we're talking about a case where you let do it because guys, it's a kana. Is it what's better? It's better to use a fire or better to use a microwave? We're going to do it exactly. What is it? So Moshe says that being that it cooks just as good or better than fire, he includes it into Rashi has a lashon. Rashi says the reason why the reason why the cham is not included in the Mishkan, it doesn't cook as good as lashon Rashi. Where did it go? Oh, she'ein derech bishul l'kach is lashon of Rashi. So Moshe says that being that microwave cooks just as good, so he says that it's also deraisa, or Moshe says. But Shlomo Zalman says that if you're cooking in the sun, doesn't care how well you cook in the sun. If you go into a desert and cook perfectly well, doesn't care. It's always going to be not deraisa. He doesn't say the word zabon and mutter also on a microwave. He just says it's not deraisa. So Shlomo Zalman Taka says if you have to cook for a sick person, it's better to cook if you have time. Obviously, if you rush, don't do it. It's better to cook with a microwave than to cook with actual fire. That's what the. Say, stop. Put them stop again.
Continue after minute.
What?